Hello and thank you for clicking on this video. In this video we're going to take you on a quick dive down to 230 feet deep in Lake Wazee. For those of you who aren't familiar with Lake Wazee, it is situated on the western side of Wisconsin, just east of Black River Falls. It is an old iron ore quarry that was shut down in 1983 and began to fill it with water. At its steepest point, it is about 355 feet deep. This is actually our second dive of the day. As I was gearing up for the first dive, I fully tore the neck seal on my dry suit. Fortunately, I had installed an SI Tech neck seal system a couple years ago. It is a hot swap system that allowed me to remove the old neck seal and replace it with a new seal in just 3 minutes. Without it, I would have missed the diving for the rest of the day. Todd is diving with me today, and we agreed that Todd would be leading us down to depth. Todd and I are both diving Megalodon rebreathers. Todd is on a Meg 15 and I'm on an Apex 2.7. We're diving pure oxygen on our oxygen side and a mix of 16% oxygen, 58% helium on our diluent sides. In the event we need to bail out the open circuit, we're each carrying an 80 cubic foot bottle of 15% oxygen, 55% helium, and an 80 cubic foot bottle of 50% oxygen. Fortunately, we didn't have to bail out, so our whole dive was done on our rebreathers. After a quick check, Todd began to lead us down to our planned depth of 218 feet. This was the depth we did a few years ago in this area of the quarry. The trees we were diving through is part of an area called Sherwood Forest. It is a group of trees that was in the quarry before it was allowed to flood. Although visibility at the surface isn't too bad, it was pretty poor from 30 to 60 feet deep. Once we get past 60 feet, the visibility gets better, but we lose a lot of the light from the surface. And it gets darker as we go deeper. We're using high power canister lights, and we're seeing slightly more than the GoPro is showing you right now. For video on this dive, I am using a very basic GoPro session camera mounted to my mask. It is inside a watertight housing rated to 200 feet deep. Taking my GoPro down to 218 feet was a gamble, and I was expecting the case could implode at any second. rolled over a ledge and made it down to 230 feet deep. Then we saw another ledge that would take us down a little deeper. We could have gone down deeper, but the dive plan was to go to 218 feet deep, plus or minus 33 feet. And I didn't want to push my camera housing any deeper because just a few more feet could have cost me $150. I am working on a better camera system for future videos. At our turnaround point, we were down 230 plus feet deep. We had only 15 minutes of decompression to worry about on our way to the surface. And although the temperature on the display shows 42 degrees, the computer is slow to register, and later it registered a whopping 38 degrees. An interesting point is that if we stayed down there for an additional 5 minutes, we would have almost doubled our decompression time to 28 minutes. Our ascent was pretty basic. As we ascend, we get more and more light. We run through the area of poor visibility and then did decompression stops at 30, 20, and 10 feet. I actually ran my decompression time out a little longer to off-gas more nitrogen and helium before I ended the dive. Once at the surface, Dave was there to help us out with a little surface support. And to the most important question on the face of the earth, the answer is yes. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, dive safe and don't dive deeper than your training allows. As you've seen, there's not a whole lot down there and it's not worth risking your life on it. Take care and dive safe.